Hey everybody, good morning. Andrew Nodberg here with 3 Southwest, repping my Live Your Mission from Mission Meets hat. It just dawned on me as I started this video. I hope everybody's doing well. It's Friday. I just wanted to share something that I think a lot of you can benefit from. Well, I don't think so, or I didn't think of this. One of my clients, I was on the phone this morning with a longtime client of mine. She's a pediatrician in Phoenix, Arizona, and we were talking through something that she struggles with, and that's she always waits too long to start a project. In her case, she writes a weekly communication to her staff. They've got several locations, several practices throughout the valley, in 2 different states and so forth. So once a week, every Friday, she wants to send out this communication, just kind of an update. And obviously with everything going on right now, that's probably really, really important as they're looking at a return to the office strategy and so forth. So long story short, she said to me, hey, what can I do to not always miss these deadlines? You know, she wants to get it out by 8 o'clock every Friday, and it's usually closer to noon, which that's just part of it. Sometimes things happen, but she's consistently late, and obviously she's a very bright woman, but she's a prolific writer too. But where she seems to get behind and what she fails at is she, for lack of a better term, prepares herself to fail because she forgets that even though she's very familiar with what she's writing, she ends up having to do some research. She's got to look at financial documents. She's got to pull stuff out of QuickBooks. She's got to log into different systems to get, all the information she needs to compile all this research. So she misjudges the time. So I told her, what we teach in one of our classes, and I don't know how I've never shared this with her, so probably on me, but it was a light in her brain. But what we do is we teach these kind of a rule of 3. So, you got to develop a strategy. Most of the time you're going to know what you're writing about, whether it's a super academic document or if it's an internal communication or anything in between. You still have to know what you're writing about. So what we tell people to do is just write these 3 things down. Number 1, what do I already know about the topic? And then number 2, where do I have these big gaps in my knowledge? And that's going to inform how much research. That's number 3. How much research do you need to do? So 1 is what do I know? 2, where are my gaps in knowledge? And 3, how much time do I need to do the research? And they're in that order for a reason, because 1 informs 2, 2 informs 3. But then you have a really good idea of, okay, I've got an hour. You'll get really good at this, but then I've got an hour of research I need to do Thursday night. Then I get to the office Friday morning and hammer out this communication. Or I've got 5 hours. Maybe it's a big document, project overview, whatever the thing is. I've got 5 hours, so I've got to do an hour Monday, 2 on Tuesday, and then the final 2 on Wednesday, so I can get it on Friday, or whatever the scenario is. But the adage, your failure to prepare is just prepared to fail, or however that goes. It's really true in something simple like this, just 3-step checklist, which I'll put in one of the comments here, that you can copy and paste into your own document or write it down. I think it'll really help. So that's all I wanted to share. Try to keep it under 4 minutes, which I did almost on the dot. So have a great Friday. Cheers.